Hello, welcome to this Pizza Benders Academy special edition. I am Pizza Bender 1, as many of you probably know. Over here is Voyaging Moon on Twitch, and we're going to do, she's going to do Quest for Glory for the Paladin route, which we will be putting up on our long defunct YouTube channel. I'm excited. So, let's go.
Alright, let's get rolling here.
Please insert your saved character disc from any of the first 3 Quest for
Yes,
Glory
I'll just
games
do that, because I have a
into the
floppy
disk
drive right
so
here.
that your hero can make the journey to
Oh man, I
Quest
forgot
for
the floppy
Glory,
drive!
Shadows of Darkness.
Yeah, so obviously. Alright, here we are.
So this is a Paladin I spent quite a bit of time grinding through
Your character has been successfully
all the
imported.
games.
Thank you, Pizza.
Welcome to Shadows of
You're
Darkness.
welcome.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just continue. Alright, now that's a great name for a hero, but I think that we should change it.
Delenn. It is indeed a name for a hero.
Now, let's see. Oh, those are pretty good stats.
I did work, I mean, some of them are hard to get up, but I did work on them. And we got
Yes.
5 magic points because of a funky little deal with how they give you access to the heal spell in Quest for Glory 3.
So, thinking about what's hard to build in this game, I think that probably what we want to do here, and I'll see if I can remember how to do the adding points thing.
I think it's one mouse button add,
I think
the
it's
other takes
one,
it away.
yeah, but we'll see. So I'm thinking luck is a little hard to build. That's always the truth.
Always.
And intelligence is not easy in this one.
It wasn't
Although
in the
it's-
previous ones, as you can see.
It's not as important if you're a paladin as if you're a magic user.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. So we'll put maybe 30 points into that.
And just pour the rest
I
in.
think I'm gonna put basically the rest into luck. Is there anything else that I want to bump up? I think the rest are pretty easy to grind.
Throwing's kind of annoying, but yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay. We'll actually pump luck up a little bit more.
Yeah, I still don't understand what actually builds luck.
Being
Trying
lucky.
things, apparently.
Okay. That looks good. You're one amazing looking hero. Alright, here we go. Oh dear, this doesn't look good at all.
Oh, it's
You
fine.
awaken from nightmares of flying and falling. You find yourself in this strange place. The only illumination, an eerie green glow.
Nice.
You lost your weapons and the contents of your backpack somewhere during the journey. All you have are the clothes and armor on your back. This leaves you with 4 burning questions. Where are you? How did you get here? Who brought you here? And how in blazes can you get out of here? No, make that 5 burning questions. What city did your luggage end up in this time?
Alright, well, if we try looking around here, I believe we'll be told that
It
it's
looks
too
like a
dark to
torch.
see much.
But there doesn't appear to be any pitch or other flammable material on it.
Okay.
The torch is firmly embedded in its holder.
Oh, well, that seems like a good place to start. Here, little torch.
This torch is firmly embedded in its holder.
The other torch. You know, the one.
The one that has no striker on it.
You take the torch. Nothing.
Oh, yeah. Let's see if we can loot any corpses.
You find 30 assorted copper and gold coins on the body.
Alright, well,
Looting corpses is what paladins do the best!
A brief search reveals a piece of hard grey rock, which you take, and some coins. 3 crowns and 13 kopecks.
we have to loot any corpses. Let's see. There's
That-
more.
Yeah, there's one more. It's a little down from there. See the skull?
Oh, yeah.
Skulls are generally reliable.
You search the desiccated body. The only still usable item is a dagger which you pick up. However, lying around the bones are some coins. 5 golden coins. Each have a crown stamped onto them. And 13 small copper coins, each stamped 1 kopeck.
Sweet. Now, let's see. I think maybe if I look at this, flint. A small gray piece of flint. So, typically, if you have a piece of flint, what you want to do, whoops,
is look at it
over and over again. Is strike a spark with the flint and dagger to light the torch. Okay.
That might be a thing to do, I
I
suppose.
appear to have a pie pan now.
That's an interesting glitch.
I don't think I've seen that before.
Me neither. How odd. I wonder if you'll still have it.
I don't think so, but we'll see.
You force the sphincter open with your dagger and pass through.
All right.
I mean, it's very possible you just have a pie pan in your inventory now. I mean,
You've made it into a large chamber. Stone valves, like the one you just passed through, apparently block 3 other passageways. There is a huge stone altar in the center of the room, and an exit to the south.
Cool. All right. Well,
you still have it apparently.
according to that. Well.
Oh yeah, I've got a bunch of stuff here.
Yeah, I might just delete these out.
You could do that. Yeah, you could delete a lot.
Is there a way to do this without clicking on everyone? I don't think so.
No, I think you have to delete each one.
Well, this could be a while then.
Well, I'll delete a few and...
Come on. Sure, we'll delete that one.
All my hard-earned progress. It's fine.
Sorry. Yep. So it's a little early to be saving, except that our mother taught us.
Save early and save often.
So, this is early, and we'll start saving often.
In lots of new slots so that we have to delete saves again, and it's annoying.
I spend a lot of time overwriting saves unless I'm doing something new.
Yep.
Generally 3 or 4 save files is as many as you actually need to get through a game.
Unless
it's one of those games where you can mess everything up and have to go way back.
Yeah. We know these games well enough that typically we only need a few, actually.
Alright.
Okay, starting fresh.
Me and my original naming.
I was just gonna say, that's very inventive.
Yeah, Pizza will tell all of you that I was great at very original names for things as a child.
Fantastic.
You gratefully retrieve the shield and battered sword from the dead warrior. You hope that they will serve you better than they did their last owner.
Oh, that's a cheery thought.
Nothing.
Alright, well, there's an exit here, so how bad can it be? Oh, hi, bats.
As you approach the exit, you are confronted by 2 flying creatures. They have bat wings and spider-like bodies.
Now, I'm actually at this point just going to let the game fight for me. Because baddies are annoying to fight. Yeah, I'm a big tough hero.
In a bitter battle, you were better than the badders. You kick some butt, too.
Thanks. Right.
I'll be right back.
Something deadly lies in wait nearby.
Sweet. Okay, so my Paladin senses are apparently tingling. I made it through that screen, so paranoidly saving again.
see about.
Let's have a look here.
A heavy rope bridge spans the deep chasm.
Now I think this is a point where you can actually die.
Yep, it is.
A heavy
Because there's multiple ways to get across.
But it needs to be the right one for
your particular
character.
class. So you can climb hand over hand. Fly across, I think, would require the glide spell.
Yeah, we don't have the equipment to fly across.
You cautiously test the rope before crossing. It feels as though it's firmly anchored on both ends of the chasm.
Oh, that seems good.
And of course, thieves are supposed to walk over, and if they
You
try to cross
just
hand over
barely
hand,
made it across the pit.
Yep.
they get it.
Okay.
See, that's the hard work I put into training vitality. Look at how little that impacted our stamina compared to what it has been known to do. I remember crossing there and having it be just completely drained.
Oh, nice. Hello.
Slip through the mouth of the cave, just in time to avoid being crushed by its closing jaws.
That was lucky. Whew.
As the cave mouth closes behind you, you feel a strange warning tingle. There is danger here, although its source is not immediately clear.
So paladins get a lot of these, like, warning tingly things.
Danger sense.
Yep. Now, who could this lovely lady be?
You are alive! Only one person has ever walked away from there before.
Really? Tell me more.
Who are you? How did you get here? Oh, there are so many questions I want to ask you. But I have to get home quickly. It is so dangerous out at night in Mordavia. The town is due north of here. Be careful. There are many bad things wandering around. Good luck.
Hey, wait, tell me about the last person who got out.
By the way, my name is Katrina. I hope we meet again sometime. Farewell.
But aren't you going to tell me about the last person who... Okay, never mind. Fine, I didn't want to know anyway. Alright, now this looks interesting.
This symbol looks like a six-armed starfish, or perhaps like the tentacles of an octopus. You sense a feeling of strange, chaotic power from it.
Well,
Strange, chaotic power.
The eighth is new to you. It looks
Oops.
a bit like a six-tentacled starfish, or perhaps more like a squished squid.
let's just see what happens if we try to pick that up.
The six-pointed symbol seems to pulse with energy and comes loose in your hand when you touch it. You have the feeling that you may need this sign, so you
Not
carefully
nailed down.
store it in your pack.
Not nailed down.
Alright. Now I do actually want to check my inventory and see. Nope.
No pipe. That was weird.
Very weird. Okay. We're about to go out in the forest, so we'll just change this save now to... Yeah. Alright.
Nothing.
Yeah. Oh, now this screen sometimes glitches out and freezes, so we'll see what happens.
The path is dripping with slimy goo. You're having a hard time maintaining your footing on it.
Yeah, okay. I'll just have a hard time maintaining my footing down here if you don't mind.
Can you imagine if this were like King's Quest 3?
Yes, you die a lot on this screen. As it is, the game just used to crash every time you tried to go down it.
Yep.
Well, not
That was
every
fun.
time, but a lot of the time. Which is why I always assume that it's going to. Now, there's nothing else we can really do here at the moment.
You aren't properly equipped.
Oh, I'm no longer poisoned, though.
That's good.
Your danger sense tingles. You sense deadly danger from the swamp. It might have something to do with the grasping, disembodied arms.
Really? Normally I would think those were a good sign. But I guess in this
They
case...
just want to shake your hand.
Now, there are a few things in the forest that I like to avoid, so, we're gonna just come on, overwrite the save here.
I don't know what the game's so afraid of.
Yeah, normally grasping arms are great.
Grasping
You
arms
know
are
what
my
would be really
favorites.
great though?
Going faster?
Running. I'm a busy person, I've got places to be. Now, she said due north, so we'll just, you know, head due north here. There's still birds flying around, even though it's apparently night.
Well, it looks like it's getting close to dawn.
Something like that.
The birds are probably super active because it's getting ready to scream their heads off.
Not that you're thinking of any particular birds when you say that.
I would never... Not after trying to finish. I would never cast disparagement upon any individual birds.
Like a pair of budgies, perhaps.
Or all the seagulls that used to be outside my old room.
Ah, this seems nice. Oh, what a lovely, quaint little town. Let's go say hi.
You! How did you get here? Why are you here? Few strangers come to Mordavia. I am the Burgomeister. It is my job to know everyone and everything that goes on here.
He seems nice.
Very friendly gentleman.
Oh yes, very. Let's try.
We'll say hello first.
Ah, you were right.
Be polite.
I would not want him to get the wrong impression of me.
The Burgomeister stares at you suspiciously.
Fair enough. I would stare at me suspiciously too.
Don't give him the squid symbol. I don't think he
My name is Dmitri Ivanov. I am the Burgomeister of this town.
Yeah, you mentioned that already. Nice to meet you.
Mordavia is a valley surrounded by mountains. There used to be a road which led from here, but heavy rains have created a swamp at the base of the mountain south of here. No wagons can get you in or out, nor can any person, except perhaps you.
Yep, that would be me, the person who can apparently get in.
This is the town of Mordavia. There is an inn and a shop down the street where you can spend the night or get some supplies and be on your way.
Nothing like that.
The sooner
Mordavia
you leave, the
hospitality.
better for all. There are many dangers in Mordavia, and we certainly do not need a stranger to stir up new troubles.
Oh, don't worry, I won't do that.
You'll just stir up old troubles.
The Hotel Mordavia has rooms and food. It is a safe place to spend the night.
Okay, sounds nice. Tell me about the shop.
The shop does not carry much. We have been cut off from supplies for a while now. Still, you may at least restock your food rations before you continue with your travels.
Nice. What's
There are
dangerous
many
about here?
strange and dangerous creatures that live in Mordavia. Trust nothing. The gates of this town are closed at sunset. Do not let
Friendly.
yourself get caught outside after dark, for few can survive a Mordavian night or remain sane enough to speak of it.
Oh, sweet.
Just leave Mordavia quickly. No good comes from outsiders, and we do not want you here.
But I thought we were off to such a nice start.
Just don't understand it.
No.
Maybe he'll be friendlier if you tell him about
No one-
that we're a hero and, you know.
I mean, maybe. Let me just tell him about
Tell the
myself.
Burgomeister about how you came here.
Do you expect me to believe such a story?
Hey!
That you
it's
could
all
walk
true!
out of that cave alive? That the cave would be open? Tell me no more lies.
But, Burgermeister! I wasn't lying!
Leave here quickly. Go, and soon.
Do you think he doesn't like us?
I don't know, I thought we were getting to be good friends, and then that happened.
He seems... I don't know.
Seems a little uptight.
Maybe he's just having a bad day.
Probably. I'm sure he's very nice.
This general store is cheery and well lit, thanks to the warm hearth. The first things that you notice are the cats. They seem to be everywhere. Then you see the shopkeeper, sitting on her rocking chair as she knits. She's a very, sturdy-looking woman.
So, you're the stranger in town. I've heard all about you already.
Really? No one's seen me but the Burgermeister, and he's still outside.
News travels quickly in Mordavia.
Alright, well... let's...
Yeah, polite, aren't you? And manners are as manners do, as my husband used to say.
Not sure I understand that phrase.
Well, you see... No, I have no idea.
You can call me Olga. Mrs. Stovich is too formal after all. We don't welcome strangers here. They bring nothing but trouble. All the same, it's good to see a new face again.
I'm very confused by that as well. Are you happy to see me or not? Well, she'll probably be happy to see me if I buy some equipment. Let's get some candy.
You can never have too much candy. I mean, you can.
And let's buy the pie pan that I had earlier.
Why would you need a pie pan?
I don't know. But, you know.
And a hand broom. Every adventurer needs a hand broom. Well, actually, I don't think you need the shopping bag.
I don't think I need the shopping bag. After all, I've got my backpack.
Mm-hmm.
But I do need a few sandwiches.
Sandwiches are good.
Hey, they got avocado on them.
They do. And
garlic.
Garlic. You can never have too much garlic, but you know, I think you should not buy garlic.
Okay, I don't actually remember if I need oil.
I think you do. You do.
I think
you
so,
do.
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
For the castle.
Alright, well...
For that one door in the castle, I think, specifically.
Let me see, what could you use? Well, besides my regular items like brooms and pens, I really don't have anything else for adventurers like yourself. I do have some lovely sandwiches you can use for rations. And garlic, of course you'll need garlic. I've also got some oil you can use to keep the weapons and armor from rusting. And
yep,
if you
good.
like sweets, I've got some yummy homemade candy. Although the garlic-flavored ones have all been purchased by now. I'll have to make some more. Oh, and a shopping bag to carry things in. I have a couple of those left.
Alright, so I can ask her about each of the items.
3 twists of candy will cost you just 5 kopecks. The kids love him.
Oh, there are kids in the town, apparently.
Oh, now garlic is a must-have item. It's just 25 kopecks for a bulb, and it will add flavor to any food.
Storekeeper looks around nervously for a moment, then continues.
You know, some say garlic also has medicinal and protective properties.
I like how she knits whenever she speaks, but not when she's not speaking. Tell me about your trail rations.
My husband always said I make the most interesting sandwiches. They're very good for you, and I only charge 50 kopecks each for them.
What a bargain. Tell me about your shopping bags.
The shopping bag costs 50 kopecks. It is very useful for carrying your purchases or other large things.
Now, are you saying that I bought too much stuff?
A flask of household oil will cost you 100 kopecks. It's good for door squeaks and can also be used to loosen up rusty wagon wheels.
But what kind of oil is it? Okay, tell me about your pie
I
pan.
can sell you a very nice large pie pan for 250 kopecks. I've always admired the men who can cook.
Okay. Tell me about your hand brooms. Those seem interesting.
You can purchase the hand broom for 350 kopecks. I'm sure you'll really clean up with it.
Okay. I've already purchased some goods. Tell me about rumors.
What would you like to know about?
Well, I haven't actually met most of these things or have any reasons to ask about them yet, but sure, I'll ask about the innkeeper's wife.
Yeah, Bella's a good woman. She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her only child really aged her. What a tragedy.
Now tell me about the castle that I also have no reason to ask about.
The castle north of town was abandoned for many years.
I guess you're not supposed to come in here yet.
Some strangers moved in 4 years ago. No one knows what goes on there now. But it won't be for the good, I'll tell you.
People around here seem to be a little pessimistic. Okay, again, something I have no reason to ask about at this point, but sure, let's ask about werewolves.
Werewolves are gypsies, no question about it. They change into wolves at night, eating anyone they can get. Nothing can kill a werewolf but silver or magic. So you be careful out in the woods at night, you hear me? The gypsy camp is not at all that far from here.
And again, I haven't seen this yet, so no reason to ask about it, but tell me about the monastery.
It is a bad place, and you'd better have nothing to do with it. It is dangerous, and should have been torn down long ago.
Okay, is there anything in this town I can have something to do with?
Never came back after asking questions about it. So don't let your curiosity be the death of you.
Garlic. You can have as much to do with garlic as you like.
Okay, tell me about your shop.
Yeah, my husband and myself had run this shop for many, many years. My husband passed on now, but I keep it just the way he liked it. A well-run shop is a busy shop, he always used to say. Not very busy anymore, what with the swamp. But I try to keep it going the best I can. Mostly housewares, but a few items that might interest you.
Alright.
In excruciating detail. There's a little bit of so I can't hear the game audio, so I read the things at whatever speed.
Okay. Well, goodbye.
You be careful. We don't need you going around stirring up trouble after all. Got enough as it is. If you do find something interesting, you let me know, of course, won't you?
Yeah, I'll just do that. The door's over here.
Yep.
Goodbye. Or, as my dear departed Boris used to say, may the winds blow fair at your back.
I'm walking again.
Yep.
Now, I don't think I told you to walk to Len. Okay. Well, since we're going places, we might as well head over here.
You've entered a small but nicely furnished country inn. Stairs lead up to the guest bedrooms. The floor is covered with sawdust and peanut shells. A barrel contains the few shells that manage to land in it. The
Nice.
innkeeper stares at you with an expression of fear and astonishment. It is several seconds before he speaks.
This is the Hotel Mordavia. Rooms here are 15 kopecks for room and board. Pay for 1 week in advance. Your room will be the first room at the top of the stairs. When you want food in the morning or evening, just sit down over there by the door.
Pay the innkeeper for your room and board.
Thank you for your payment.
Yeah, okay. Well, this seems like a friendly place.
Such a lovely place.
Let's say hello. I like how saying goodbye is actually the first option.
They stare at you in astonishment.
Let's introduce myself.
You say you are a hero. Well, we will judge you here by your actions rather than your words.
Yeah.
Magic is
here.
a very dangerous thing. We do not trust those who use or are used by magic. Make certain you do not give us any more cause for alarm.
Hey, I didn't ask to be brought here by magic. Alright, well, let's see if the friendly innkeeper can tell me more about himself and his inn.
The Hotel Mordavia has been in my family for generations. It is the only place to be when darkness falls at night. Everything else is closed, and even we lock the doors. You must knock if you wish to come in.
Tell me about your name.
My name is Yuri Markarov. My wife's name is Bella. We are the owners of this inn.
Tell me about the brooms.
If you climb the stairs, your room is the first door on the right. The doors of the inn close before nightfall, so make sure you are always back before sunset. Make certain you are back in town before dusk. The gates of the town will close solidly to keep out any dangers.
You're calling me a danger. Tell me about the nice Burgermeister.
The Burgomeister is the mayor of the town. You will be wise to listen to what he says and stay out of trouble.
I always stay out of trouble. I'm a very good hero that way. Tell me about the shop.
There is not much for sale at the shop next door, but you may find something you need there.
Okay, tell me about the monastery that I still haven't seen, but I'm asking everyone about.
The monastery is to the north of here. It has been abandoned for many, many years, but it has a bad reputation. No one in town will go near it. And if you have any sense, neither will you.
Sounds like a place to check out, huh?
Yeah, definitely. So what's all this danger people keep
There are
talking
many
about?
ill things that roam this valley by night. Make certain that you never have to meet them. Never venture into the forest by night.
So, good time for monster hunting night. Okay.
Yep. Okay. I think that's all. Let's see what the friendly townsfolk have to say.
Those
It
gentlemen look
doesn't
nice.
say much.
Okay, fine. I'll click on this one. Tell me about your names, folks.
I am Hans. Pleasure's all yours. I'm a farmer of pumpkins and corn and a person of great importance here in lovely Mordavia.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
Okay, so that's the wrong sound clip. That's the bit about
Pleased to
Igor's
meet
death being
ya.
avenged.
I'm Ivan, an elephant herder. Unfortunately, there are no more elephants in Mordavia, so business has kind of fallen off a tad.
Franz, you're getting a little bit ahead of yourself avenging someone who I haven't even met yet. Tell me about the town.
Guys, is it just me or is Mordavia a wonderful place?
Oh, are you kidding? It's the greatest. There's many places to go, things to see. Are you kidding?
Right. Let's not forget that scenic cemetery to the east of town.
Everyone here's nothing but grins. Real friendly.
Yeah, except when we don't know you. We don't like strangers.
Or anyone else that's weird and doesn't belong.
Okay, tell me about rumors.
Rumors? You talking to me? What rumors?
Oh, there are no rumors here.
Unless you count the rumor that the castle is owned by...
Horse patootie. There are no rumors in Mordavia to speak of.
Interesting. Tell me
The
about the town.
town of Mordavia's a quiet place.
Filled with friendly, joyful, stinky people.
Well, I'm not so sure about the friendly part. We tend to be very suspicious of strangers like you.
Yeah, well anyway, the town is filled with joyful and stinky people.
Yeah, happy, joyful, and stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't call us particularly joyful. As a matter of fact, most of us are pretty glum.
Oh, very well, all right then. Mordavia is filled with people, you know, stinky ones.
Yeah, many stinky people.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it many. There actually aren't very many of us around here.
One of these guys is telling
Oh,
the truth,
forget
and
it.
the
Well,
other
at least
two.
he stinks.
It's the town where 2/3 of the people
Always lie.
always lie and the other always tell the truth. It's
Okay.
an unusual twist, but
Yeah, I think I haven't solved that puzzle yet. Alright, well, let's just say goodbye.
The
Yeah?
first door at the top of the stairs leads to your room. My wife will serve you supper in the evening.
Oh, wait, what time of day is it actually? Wait, which way does the sun go on this one again?
Left to right.
No, okay.
It's like dawn.
Well, I must have been in that cave all night.
So, you are still around, are you? When are you leaving Mordavia?
Oh, it's so nice to see you too again, Burgermeister. Alright.
Nice to see a friendly face.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
The
That's what we can do.
Burgermeister stares at you suspiciously.
You know, I think the Burgermeister's probably just in a sour mood.
You gonna give him some candy?
I am going to give him some candy.
Oh, not like that, you're not.
If I can click on it correctly.
What? No thank you. I am cutting down on my between meal snacks.
Aw. Well, don't be so offended. I just thought you might want some.
If you
Oh, right.
if you click on the walk icon, it goes back to
Don't start any trouble around here.
walking.
I also need to say goodbye because I want him to know that I'm very polite.
Gosh, Dimitri, you're so negative.
As you enter the northern part of the town, you hear the sound of a chisel chipping away at a stone block. A man is carving gravestones at one end of the street.
How cheery.
Your attention quickly moves from the stone carver to the ominous Gothic building in the center of the street. There is definitely something not right about this structure. A sense of great danger and hunger comes from near the door of the massive stone building.
Okay. Well,
In a lot of ways, playing as a paladin is easier than the others because it telegraphs things that are likely to kill you besides, you know.
yes. Let's greet the gravedigger.
The headstone carver stares at you and then goes back to work.
Okay.
You introduce yourself to the gravedigger.
Me, Igor.
Nice to meet you, Igor. Alright.
It doesn't...
No, well, I wasn't trying to talk to the gravestone. I was trying actually to talk to the gravedigger.
Building was Adventurers Guild. No adventurers, no guild.
Really?
Town Mordavia, this north part of town.
Okay. Tell me about your work, Igor.
Oh, this day job. Also work graveyard shift. Little graveyard humor there.
That's nice. Tell me about grave digging.
Igor dig graves in cemetery. Igor put dead person in grave. Igor cover dead person with dirt. Igor put headstone on grave. Oh, plenty job security around here. Business is piling up. Little graveyard humor there. Again.
Nice. Tell me about any rumors.
Oh, Igor not hear rumors. Igor not no stranger in town. Igor not no doctor make strange things in lab. Igor not no funny man in inn not funny. Igor not know many things. Igor not hear many things.
Igor doesn't know that the funny man we, again, haven't heard about yet
Well, now we have.
isn't funny. Tell me about this monastery here.
Bad building. No go there. Bad, bad, bad.
Yeah, well, that's helpful.
Super informative.
Well, I think... I wonder if he'd take candy.
He looks at you and then goes back to work.
Everyone's so friendly.
Oh, very much so. I wonder if we can go in here.
The door is locked.
Well, shucks. I don't suppose Igor knows
Building
anything
was
about-
adventure.
No, okay. Alright, let's go this way first. That was an efficient route to take.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
Jeez, I just went to the north part of town to talk to the gravedigger.
But there's the monastery there.
Well, yes, but I didn't go into it. Hi,
What
Burgermeister.
is it you want?
It was good to see you again, too. Want to know more about me?
To tell the Burgermeister about your adventures in Shapir.
So, you are the son of a sultan. Your stories are better than 1,001 Nights.
Oh, I'm glad you like them. Alright.
It's true, we go through this entire game with nobody calling us a prince.
Well, let's see. Can you tell me about the Adventurers Guild? You'll notice there's some more options here.
This town was quiet until you arrived. I am keeping my eye on you.
Aw, thank you. I'm so flattered. Tell me about the Adventurers
The
Guild.
Adventurers Guild is in the north part of town, but it's closed and boarded up. There have been no adventurers here since the road was flooded. By the laws of the land, I must give you the key for the asking. Perhaps it will be of some use to you.
Thank you. Tell me about the castle.
Castle Borgov is north of the town. The last of the Borgov family left this valley years ago. Now it is inhabited by some cousin. The people of the castle do not bother this town. I suggest strongly that you do not bother the people of the castle.
Okay.
So a place to check out.
Yep, definitely.
It used to be that the only monsters around here were the occasional wyverns. Now there are many dangerous things in the valley. It is safe only within the town gates.
Oh, very nice. Tell me about Dr. Cranium.
Dr. Cranium is an idiot and a madman. If you are wise, you will stay away from him.
Someone to pop in on.
Yep, definitely. And tell me about the old man who I don't know anything about, because I haven't seen him yet.
Nikolai is an old man and easily confused. His wife has been missing for years now. He cannot face the fact that she is gone.
That's sad. Okay, well, that's enough of that already.
No one's...
Yeah.
Try not to make a nuisance of yourself.
I think we're making progress. Okay, what happens if I go this way? Oh.
You greet the old man.
Good day. Have you seen my honor?
Yeah. I can't say I have.
Well, you could, but you wouldn't because you're a paladin.
What's your name?
I am Nikolai. Have you seen my honor?
Tell me our
Honor.
rumors.
Have you seen my honor?
Tell me about the town.
I am looking for honor. Have you seen honor?
I'm sorry, Nikolai. I don't think I have. Wait, how do you get over there?
To tell the old man goodbye.
If you see honor, tell her I am looking for her.
Okay. I will absolutely do that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be looking at.
Right.
It does...
Alright, so this is probably going to take a while.
Yeah, technically speaking.
Yes.
you might want to be a little careful about the order of things so that we can do the Hectopus piece too.
Okay, sure. I'll go do the Adventurers Guild part first, huh?
It's easy to accidentally skip over a clue.
Alright, so now I have these keys. I think maybe I can get in here.
Lock the door using the key the Burgomeister gave you.
Wow, that door sound is very loud at the beginning of that clip. Alright, so this looks like a good place to check out.
There are a number of books on the shelf, including Hero Magazine's Golden Guild Guide to Mordavia, Flora, Fauna, and Folklore.
Okay.
A finely crafted sword rests within this case, but there doesn't seem to be a door or any way to open the case. A plaque reads, "Break glass in emergency."
Interesting.
The painting shows a proud-looking adventurer standing on an obviously defeated dragon. It might have had more impact if the dragon wasn't just as obviously winking. The plaque says, "Wish you were here in Silmeria, Dunstan." The portrait of an adventurer long gone hangs on the wall here. A small plaque at the base reads, "Piotr, Paladin."
Okay.
This desk holds the adventurer's logbook, a quill pen, and an inkwell.
Ah, well, we know what to do with that. Well, first let's read the log.
You read in the adventurer's log about some of the exploits of past adventurers in Mordavia. Prominent among them is the story of Piotr and the Dark One's cult. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells how he led the armies against the Chernovi cult outside the Dark One's cave. The fighters were trained soldiers, but the cult members fought like madmen. Suddenly the cult members changed their forms and became grotesque monsters. Many of the soldiers panicked and ran. The battle was nearly lost. Then Piotr heard the voice of Irana. "By all my will, I banish you to..." The voice was cut off. The cult members screamed and ran. Piotr entered the cave and searched for some sign of life. All he could find were the grotesque remains of cult members. The only sign of Irana was her magical staff lying on the ground. Piotr picked it up and left the cave, knowing that Irana was beyond his help. Piotr then tells how he brought the staff back to town and placed it in the town square. A garden of flowers instantly sprang up around it. Near the end of the book, Piotr tells that he was going to seek out the rituals of the Dark One and destroy them. There are no later entries.
Sounds like that went well for him. Alright, well, let's sign the
You
logbook.
sign your name into the adventurer's logbook with a flourish. It's almost become a habit by now.
Yeah, is there anything in the desk drawer we can take?
That would be a lot easier if the desk had a drawer.
Fine, be that way. Alright, well, let's have a look around.
You've always heard that Adventurers Guild members are the pillars of society.
Yeah. Here, I
This is a long, sturdy-looking rope with a grapnel hook attached to one end.
Well, that seems like it could be handy.
And it sure isn't nailed down.
You pick up the rope and grapnel set and tie it onto your pack.
And I'm sure that won't hit me in the back a bunch as I wander around. Hey, this stair stepper looks like fun.
Your legs are too stiff and sore to use this right now.
I'm such a weakling. Well, maybe after some rest I'll feel better.
After some rest...
What do you know?
How did you guess?
After some rest, you feel...
Now, can I use it some more?
Your legs are too...
Yes, starting with high strength means you can...
After some rest...
It also means that you can
After some rest,
train to a higher strength using the stair stepper.
Mm-hmm. Uses the number of times you train
After
with
some...
it, but actually is limited.
Yeah.
There's only a certain amount of punishment your body can stand on any given day. Enough pain, enough gain for now. Try again tomorrow.
Okay.
How about some reading?
I think that might be a good idea. You know, I'm very academically minded.
Yes, that's why we went to the Famous Adventures Correspondence School for Heroes.
Let's see. Let's read
Which
a book.
book do you want to read?
All the books!
Let's see. Let's read Hero Magazine.
As you scan through Hero, the Journal of General Job Adjusting, you find quite a bit of information that might be useful here. There are a series of articles about the land of Mordavia. The town originally grew up around Castle Borgov. The Borgovs were the boyars, or local noblemen, assigned the role of guarding the area from invaders.
If I'd done this first, my asking everyone about the castle would have made a lot more sense.
Describes a number of interesting creatures. The Necrotor is a vicious carnivore with big, sharp teeth.
Doggies!
Some of the other monsters sound even more horrific. In the forest lives the Lishi, a creature known for playing practical jokes on travelers and playing riddle games, but which can also be helpful to those it likes. You learn about the Rosalka, the spirit of a murdered unmarried woman. Such spirits are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They try to avenge themselves by drowning any man foolish enough to approach them. You could really learn a lot by reading this magazine thoroughly, instead of just browsing through it. Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in your game box?
Alright, let's see.
You read the book entitled Climbing Skills for Upwardly Mobile Adventurers.
What a great title.
It's written entirely in one-syllable words, obviously intended for fighters. It's absolutely fascinating. This book teaches
I like
you
the little
that
jab
climbing
at
sheer
fighters there.
walls is best left for specialists, but that anyone with reasonable strength can climb using a rope and grapnel. You're pretty sure you know what to do now.
Oh, because I didn't know anything about climbing before
You didn't,
now.
actually.
Alright.
The book is all about using spells in unusual and creative ways, such as calming a fire, using alternate flame and frost spells to make something brittle and break, and so on. You pick up a number of useful tips which will improve your spellcasting.
Okay. Let's see.
This book teaches the ancient oriental art of talk fool. How to overcome opponents by attacking them with the unpronounceable names of martial arts forms and confusing them with fortune cookie wisdom. You get lost somewhere between karate and kuksul.
Nice. Alright.
This book teaches you how to use the stair stepper to build strong leg muscles
Oh, I'm
and
so
talks
ahead of you,
about the
book.
importance of whole body development. It says to build up your strength gradually by adding weights to the baskets.
Gee, really?
You haven't read the brochure, have you?
I have not read the brochure.
The book turns out to be an advertising brochure. It says, I, Dr. Cranium, predict that someday one of my descendants will become the subject of a major computer game. The Castle of Dr. Brain from Sierra Online. Jeez, how cheesy can you get?
Apparently pretty cheesy. Okay. I think that's enough. And I don't actually think that I need to move the bookcase right now.
Or take a book under that.
Alright, well...
But what you might do is you might try to grab that sword.
I might in fact do that. It says in emergencies, but I think my life is an ongoing emergency.
The case is totally sealed. You can't find any way to open it.
Why did that make my magic go down? Let's examine the
The
case.
case looks totally solid, as if it was constructed around the sword. A plaque reads, Break glass in emergency only.
Break.
You break open the front of the case. Avoiding the broken glass, you pull out the sword. It looks like a fine quality weapon.
I like how you break the glass and it makes the door open.
Yeah, that's how doors work.
Okay. So,
we now have a nicer sword.
We now have a much nicer sword. And we're generally pretty well equipped. I now have a pie pan for real. Instead of whatever was going on with the pie pan earlier. And some of the things that I'm not really going to get much use of. Okay.
Oh, check your stats too.
Oh, yeah.
Because you learned some things.
I did. So as we can see here, everything is in red because I haven't checked my stats yet this game. My magic is up to 30. Woohoo!
And you got 100 climbing points.
I did. Also, my strength has gone up 30 points.
Mm-hmm.
My luck has actually gone up some. My communication has gone up a little bit.
And so has intelligence, actually, because that's ended with 8.
Mm-hmm. It's gone up like 2 points. So, intelligence, communication, and luck are not the easiest things to grind.
There is an easy way to grind communication in this game, actually.
There is. But it takes a lot of time.
No, it just takes holding down a key for a few hours.
Yes, as I said, a lot of time. Magic is actually hard to grind in this game, but fortunately, because I'm not a primary magic user, I don't actually care about that.
Although, since you have magic, you may need to use it for protection against the undead.
I think you do that through the amulet.
I think if you have magic points, you might need to cast aura. We'll find out. We'll find out.
I don't think you do, because otherwise all paladins would need to, due to the previous game mechanic.
Well, not only if...
I don't know. We'll figure that out. Anyway, I will be training magic a little bit because I have magic points, and therefore you should try, but it's not my top concern. Alright, well, let's get out of here.
You know what I think would be good would be to poke around the monastery.
Well, I actually need to get something first. Because I haven't been up to my room in the inn yet.
Still you remain. It is a wonder you have managed to live so long.
Identified any monsters.
Hi,
What
Burgermeister.
is it you want?
Can I tell you a little bit more about myself?
Tell the Burgermeister about your adventure.
Okay, fine. Well...
Just show him. Don't say goodbye.
He hurt my feelings.
He was rude.
Alright, so let's go upstairs. I think there's actually something I want out of our room.
What could
Lock
that
the door
be?
to your room and go in.
Well, I have a hunch. So the first thing you learn is to pick up anything that's not nailed down, and the second thing is never pay for something you can get for free.
You take a clove of garlic in case you meet an Italian chef somewhere.
1 clove? Come on. Okay, fine. I'll make do with 1 clove.
Now, interestingly, supposedly the things you buy in the shop, she said heads for 25 kopecks. But I'm pretty sure it's still just a clove.
Are you accusing the shopkeeper of being a...
Yes!
Okay.
Oh hey, Dimitri's gone into his office. You should go pester him.
Oh yeah, I should.
Do you need something? Or are you bothering me on general principles?
I just missed the sound of your voice, Dimitri.
What do you want from me this time?
I told you, it's just the pleasure of your company.
We tell the Burgermeister what you're trying to do in Mordavia.
I don't know what I'm trying to do here yet,
You are
but
a
you know.
good talker, I'll grant you that. If
Can't
you
listen
do
to myself.
half the things they say you will do, then I'll be very surprised.
Who says? I just... Never mind.
Take a look around.
Yes, yes. I will do that. There's some weapons over
The
here.
Burgermeister was very fond of wild boar hunting in his youth. He still keeps a rack of spears in case any wild boars should wander into his office.
Good idea.
A magnificent shield, flanked by 2 great axes, is the office's sole decoration. In such a small village, only one jail cell is needed.
Okay.
The desk is a massive oak affair. This door opens onto the Burgomeister's bedroom and private quarters.
Let's ask him some questions.
Tell me about yourself, Burgomaster.
Why are you always so curious about things? Don't you understand? Most things are none of your business. Never have I met someone who asks as many questions as you do.
You're just such a fascinating person, that's all.
The problem with adventurers' guilds is that they attract adventurers. Adventurers tend to stir up trouble. I hope you will not cause trouble around here.
Who, me?
Nah.
I would never cause you trouble.
More sightseeing? Well, there was a lovely lake to the southwest of town that used to be very popular among young people, but I do not know what it's like now. To the east is the town cemetery. It is a morbid thing to visit, but tourists always wanted to see it when tourists were able to come here. To the southeast is Irana's garden. It is an enchanted meadow well worth visiting.
Sounds nice.
However, Mordavia has become a very dangerous place since the swamps were formed. Do not ever travel at night. If you are far from town when it gets dark, try to make it to Irana's garden. It's the only place where you will be safe. I do not really want anything to happen to you.
Aww.
Be careful.
This is so
sweet.
nice.
Tell me about Irana.
Irana was a powerful magic user who was rumored to have come from somewhere near Mordavia. Her garden is supposed to be magical and keep anyone who stays there safe from harm. Irana died here many years ago. Her staff in the center of town stands as her memorial. It is supposed to protect the town from evil and to have other magic besides.
Really? How did Irana die exactly?
It is bad luck to speak of her death. If you must know, she died in that cave you say you came from. I am not a superstitious man, but I will not talk more about the subject.
That sounds a little bit superstitious to me, but okay. Tell me about rumors.
I have been hearing all sorts of stories about you lately. No one is certain what to make of you. Yet.
Well, I have only been here for half a day, and I slept through most of it. Alright, well, I think...
Be careful out in the forest. It can be very dangerous there.
You got it, Dimitri.
It doesn't
Anything
say-
for you.
Oh dear, are you going to do another hero with the
Try to avoid
crush
getting
on
into trouble.
Dimitri?
I would not like to have you in my jail, after all.
Did you expect anything else?
Not really.
My paladin always has a crush on him.
But why limit yourself to Dimitri?
I'm just saying that's my paladin's thing. When I play through as a magic user, it's completely different. Role-playing, come on.
Who does the magic user fall for?
Oh, no one in this game. If I played as a thief, which I don't usually do, they would totally have a thing for cranium. Alright. I think it's time to save again, since we've actually advanced things a fair bit. Come on. Okay. Well, now might be a good time to see if we can get into Yield Monastery. I think the way to do that would be using this thing.
Bad place. Very bad place. Go away. You'll be very sorry.
Yeah, well, the thing about being an adventurer.
You push the Dark One sign into the indentation on the door. It fits perfectly.
Is that if you're not going into places that you should be very sorry about having entered, you're not doing it right.
That's right.
Okay, let's have a look around.
This amazingly lifelike sculpture looks like a cross between a baby troll and a hermit or dervish. It fits the description of a domovoi, except that it's totally dried out and unmoving.
I'll notice since we're a paladin, there's no blackbird up here.
It's a six-tentacled, octopus-like creature. I guess you'd call it a hexapod. Unless you like cats, then you might call it a hexapus.
Okay.
There are some small scratches on the stone underneath this brass log holder.
Okay.
This is a fairly attractive, in a Baroque way, display cabinet with a glass door.
Okay, can I interact with it?
You don't think you should break someone else's property. It just isn't the honorable thing to do. Of course, if you had a way to destroy the entire evil abode, you'd do it in a second. Nice consistency of belief, eh?
Yeah, rub it in. Okay, well, let's see.
That's funny. The strange six-tentacled creature is moving. It looked like another wall decoration at first.
Okay, well, it doesn't seem to like that. Maybe we should bribe it.
This you know how to do because you didn't do the
Yes.
You just know.
Fine, I'll go do the puzzle first.
There's an order to these things. I always triply ignore it, but it exists.
You do always triply ignore it, but fine. I'm being a paladin, so I'll go do it all in the correct order.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the hectopus can react.
Okay. Let's get out of here. I get the door puzzle, but it's slightly annoying.
It
okay.
is. It gets tedious.
So, let's see. There's a couple of doors here.
Behind the door is a sort of rat maze, but it's missing the rat, or whatever is supposed to be traversing the maze.
Okay. And how about if we open this door over here? Ow!
Oh no, you've been Antwerped.
Okay. Do you want to identify an animal?
Nah.
Oh, I always want to identify animals. Is it bigger than a bread box? No. Is it smaller than an ant? Also no. Is it black and white and red all over? No. Is it yellow and does it weigh 500 pounds? Have wings and have an attitude? No. Is it gray and wrinkly and lives in a tree? No. Is it gray and wrinkly, wears a hat, and says, "Only you can prevent savannah fires"? Call back to Quest for Glory 3 there. No. Does it bounce? Yes. You want an elephant on a pogo stick, no doubt? No. Is it blue avocado shaped and sings Waltzy Matilda? No. Must be an Antwerp then. Okay, yes.
And now again.
Okay.
Right?
What do you mean again?
You use it both for the Antwerp and for the...
Yes, but I'll
I
take
suppose,
the
but
Antwerp first.
I don't think you can.
Okay, fine. Does it have legs?
Yes.
This one does, because I want the hectopus. Does it have more than one leg?
Yep.
Yes. Does it have more than two legs? Yes. Does it have more than 3 legs? Does it have more than 4 legs? Yes. It's gonna ask me about the number of legs it has again.
Yep.
Yes.
No. How about no?
Clove of garlic will do.
Okay. Don't say. Okay, so now we can bait the
We
trap.
know
for-
that the Antwerp likes avocado.
And by a stroke of luck,
By a stroke of luck, we happen to have avocado here.
despite the climate,
That didn't do anything. You bait the trap with avocado from your sandwich. Avocado was never high on your list of favorite foods anyway.
Now that is the
Trap
scurrilous lie.
starts working. Nothing.
I have to wait for an Antwerp.
You've caught an Antwerp. It's simply amazing.
Alright. Now,
you know,
let's-
Antwerps don't grow very fast.
Well, they only eat avocado and they're in a climate where it's not a native. Okay.
This is the Antwerp maze.
Now this is going to
Antwerps
take a
are
while.
naturally bouncy.
Yep.
So all you have to do is
Especially
continually
at the current
rotate the
difficulty.
maze until the baby Antwerp bounces over to the key, then out through the exit.
And speed.
Yes, actually, I might wish to adjust that. Because for this puzzle, you actually want to turn the skill and the speed down.
You don't have to turn the skill down, but
It's really obnoxious if you don't.
it makes it so much easier if it's on easy.
Oddly enough.
I know, right? It's weird.
This is the Antwerp.
Yes, okay. This is hard enough if it is, in fact. Alright, now I think the best way to go... doesn't really matter.
You just want to be careful not to let it out of the maze.
Yes.
Going this way.
Oops. Best way to go now is this way. Oh man. Okay. Dang it.
Yeah, the Antwerp maze is a pain.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, that way. And then
Now
the
I go
other
this way. Here's where I have to be very careful.
Ah. Huh. I guess it can't go out when it doesn't have the key. At this difficulty level. Nuts. Oh, this is going great.
Well, you know, could be worse.
Yep. You could have it on higher difficulty. Wow. So does this mean it's going to be easy to get it out of the door once we finally get to the key? I know. Uh-oh. The speed is still an issue, even at the difficulty.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Aw. It's easier to catch them at the top of the bounce than the bottom.
Really the bottom more quickly.
Yeah.
There we go. Now, how to get out of this dreadful forest?
No. I actually want to go this way. Shouldn't really matter. Aw.
Unless you miss the door. Of course, the one time, right? The one time you miss the door is when you're actually trying to get through it. Of course. We have fun. We are grateful we only have to do this once per playthrough.
Yes, very. Ha.
Congratulations. You've used the baby Antwerp to get Dr. Cranium's laboratory key from the maze. You add the key to your keyring.
Alright, now, if only we had a place to use this. Alright, so, this puzzle
is also more difficult on higher difficulty levels when you have to do the background as well.
Oh, I could turn the difficulty back up. I actually don't have a problem with this one.
No, this one's alright. I think it's over. It should be.
Let's see. This is the bottom corner here.
And what's the other? No. Yeah, it's easier when you don't have to also assemble the other keys.
Okay.
Great! You've managed to find
Well, on the
Dr.
highest difficulty, you
Cranium's
also have to
keyhole
rotate
and
all
open
pieces.
the door. You pass through into
By the
Dr.
way, I
Cranium's
took
private
the
laboratory.
liberty while you were meddling with the trap of looking up some formulae, so we don't need those.
Awesome.
Quickly, Igor, the fluid. I must have the fluid.
Hi.
Oh, excuse me. I thought it was Igor coming in to assist me. He helps out in the lab sometimes.
You don't say.
Now then, what can I do for you?
Well, let's see. First, I will say hello.
You say hello to the scientist.
Welcome to my laboratory. You must have more than the usual intelligence and perseverance to have made it in here.
No, I just turned down the difficulty level.
You introduce yourself to Dr. Cranium and tell him a little about your adventures.
I should be most interested to hear about your travels and your scientific discoveries along the way. Unfortunately, I have very little time for that right now. Perhaps we can discuss your adventures when you next return.
Okay.
You
Let's talk about
explain to
magic.
Dr. Cranium that magic is really a lot like science, and even deals with the same elements.
Oh, nonsense! There's no such thing as magic. There is only science. What you call magic is simply scientific phenomena that have not yet been properly investigated and catalogued.
Seems
You say
legit.
so.
Like, people throwing balls of fire out of their
Yeah.
hands is,
Yeah. So I've already greeted you by name, but who are
My
you?
name is Dr. Cranium. I am Mordavia's chief scientist and a certified genius. Some call me mad, but I much prefer Dr. Cranium.
don't we all?
I think that's what I prefer to be called. Tell me about science.
Yes, science. I'm glad you asked. Science is the process of systematically increasing our knowledge of the world through observation and experiment. Unfortunately, some of the townspeople here seem to have no concept of the wonders of science. Some of them even claim my little inventions are magical. Such poppycock. There's no such thing as magic. Still, the townspeople insisted that I should be able to use my magic to cure wounds and sickness. I told them that I am a scientist, not a doctor, but they wouldn't listen. I had little choice but to concoct some simple elixirs. They were childishly pleased. Science is really so simple once you understand it.
Really, tell me, do you have a potion to increase my stamina?
If you want to improve your stamina, then you should make sure you eat a healthy diet from all the different food groups and get plenty of aerobic exercise. That is science.
Okay, I was kind of hoping for some caffeine, but sure. How about healing potions?
Oh, you must mean my patented healing drink. You may have my last one. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the formula for its main ingredient. If you can help me remember it, I will be able to make some more healing drinks, although the work is very time-consuming.
Alright. Laxabith.
Earth. Earth. Water. Earth. Water.
Hold on. Water. There we go. Earth. Water.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
No, good. How about a poison cure?
Oh, you must mean my new universal poison antidote. You may have this one, but I will need some help with the formula to make more. Also, I am afraid I only have time to make one each day.
Okay. Pentacle.
Wind.
Alright.
Pizza. Pizza. Wind. Water.
Sweet.
Thank you. With that information, I'm sure I shall be able to create some sensational scientific solutions.
Alright. Do you have any empty flasks?
You ask Dr. Cranium if he can spare an empty flask for specimen collection.
Of course, of course. I am always delighted to assist scientific research of any kind, and I have plenty of flasks. You may have this one.
Tell me a little bit about experimentation.
Experiments are the meat and drink of science. First, you must come up with a hypothesis based on your understanding of the scientific elements. Then perform an experiment to test the hypothesis.
Fair.
Afterwards, you have a pizza.
Okay, so as a professional scientist, I can say most of that is correct. Alright. Scientific elements.
Earth is for solidity and stability. Air gives freedom and movement. Fire provides power and energy. Water, fluidity, and life. Pizza, of course, is the most important element of all. Pizza represents the essence of well-roundedness and regaining strength. Most importantly, you can have it delivered in under half an hour in most areas.
Tell me about a hypothesis.
A hypothesis is a scientific guess. One predicts the result of an operation, performs an experiment to test the prediction, then has a pizza to celebrate the result. It is very important to stay flexible, however. Sometimes the experiment may give a different result than predicted by the hypothesis. Since real scientists don't like to make mistakes, we always write the hypothesis in pencil.
Okay, that part is completely false.
Pizza is a crucial ingredient in many scientific formulae. There is a nearly infinite variation in its effects, depending on whether one starts with pepperoni, mushrooms, artichokes, or plain cheese. One should always order extra pizza in case the experiment requires additional materials. Besides, science is hungry work.
In all of this, he doesn't tell you where the pizza parlor in Mordavia is.
I know, right? Who's delivering these pizzas in under half an hour in Mordavia? I want to know.
Okay. Tell me about magic.
There is, of course, no such thing as magic. There is only science. Still, you would be amazed at how gullible some people are. Just the other day, someone gave me this scroll saying it was a magical spell. Can you believe that? It is purest poppycock. Nothing on here makes any sense whatsoever. Here, you may have this as a reminder that magic is a figment of fevered imagination. Only science is real.
Thank you.
Obviously, Dr. Cranium needs to take a correspondence course from the famous wizard school. As you read the scroll, you find that you have learned the incantations and gestures with which to cast a glide spell. Then the scroll vanishes.
There, you see, it was not even a very good piece of parchment. Fell right apart.
Yeah, of course. Tell me a little bit about Igor.
Igor is the gravedigger and tombstone carver. Business has been slow lately, perhaps because there are very few people left in town. So Igor sometimes comes in to help me with my work.
Tell me about Igor's business.
Igor has had less work of late. The forest is just as dangerous, but there aren't very many people left in town who are stupid enough to go out there at night, you know. I like to think of it as a sort of evolution in action.
We definitely need to go to the forest tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Probably many times.
Igor is carving out quite a niche for himself in the gravestone business. You might say he is well on his way to becoming a rock star. Then again, you might not.
Tell me about the cemetery.
The cemetery is outside of town to the east. It has proven a fruitful source of materials for my experiments.
Yeah, that's nice.
There are also some interesting and cryptic puzzles to be solved there.
I'm not sure if this guy is a bad influence on Igor or vice versa, but there's certainly a lot of punning going on between the two of them. Tell me about the fluid.
Essential etheric fluid is an important ingredient in my formula for reanimating dead bodies. It contains the essence of the element of water, the most important ingredient in life science.
Okay.
Now, you're actually technically in a life science, right? Can you confirm that?
I am, and all I can say is I haven't run into that particular ingredient in any of the labs I've worked in. Tell me about laboratories.
This laboratory is where I perform some of my most important research. Lately, I have been trying to bring life back to a dead body and to brew the perfect cup of tea.
Tell me about the dead to life thing.
Reanimating the dead is just another day's work in the life of a scientist.
Sure.
Even science cannot bring a person back right the way they were, but one can use scientific principles to restore the semblance of life and energy to formerly dead flesh.
Perfect. Tell me about this perfect cup of
The
tea.
one alchemical combination that I have thus far been unable to fully analyze is that of a good cup of tea. I'm sure there must be a way to duplicate the effects of nature, but the results have not been promising so far. Perhaps you would like a cup of spearmint and beefsteak tea? I thought not. This is even harder than rehydration solution and reviving dead tissue.
Really? Tell me about your research.
Research is the heart and soul of science. Without constant experimentation to prove or disprove one's hypotheses, the scientist is left trying to solve the world's problems by guesswork. That is hardly the most efficient way to achieve results.
That part is true. Tell me about your lab equipment here.
I try to maintain a modest selection of useful experimental equipment in my simple laboratory. Unfortunately, it has become very difficult to obtain the most modern scientific accessories since the road out of the valley became closed by the swamp.
Really? How unfortunate.
I wonder what sort of equipment he's missing.
Tell me about mad scientists.
Mad? Mad? They all call me mad, but what do they know of madness? I am not mad. A bit perturbed about the world situation and how I get so little respect, perhaps, but certainly not mad.
Okay, I'll believe you. Well, I think that's about enough of that. Well, goodbye, Dr. Cranium.
Say goodbye to Dr. Cranium.
Please be careful not to break the beakers or crack the flasks on your way out.
Jeez, no one around here trusts me. It's almost like they think I'm running in a lab or something.
Come back and visit again.
You're not wearing open-toed
Oh, and if you
shoes.
see Igor, please tell him I still need the fluid.
Right, you got it, Doc. Okay. Well, now that we're done with that, it's time to turn the skill back up. And the speed back up. I may actually want to turn the speed back up further. Alright. Now, my guess is that we're getting close to sunset.
Looks like close to sunset to me.
Now let's just go see if oh, that's much better. See if people are in the inn yet. Aha.
You hear movement on the other side of the door.
So if it gives you that
After
option,
a
it
few
means the door is
minutes,
barred.
You hear someone removing the bar and unlocking the bolts on the other side of the door.
Otherwise, you just go through the door.
Yeah.
The inhabitants of the inn eye you suspiciously. You get the feeling that you're not particularly welcome here.
Okay, I already met them all, so.
Just chat with everybody. It's friendly.
Yes, I will, of course.
They all stare at you for a moment, then go back to talking amongst themselves.
No, that's not very friendly.
We do not believe in heroes in Mordavia.
Well, I'm pretty sure I exist.
We have no need of heroes here.
I didn't say you needed me.
Yeah, I mean, a hero's a nice sandwich, but I don't want to live next door to one.
Actually,
threatening to
I
eat me?
had an uncle once who was a hero.
Will you give me a break with all this hero stuff? Enough!
Well, they're a receptive lot.
They sure are.
Let's see, do you have anything new to say to me?
I am well.
How's your wife?
My wife keeps the kitchen, and I keep the inn.
That's
Together,
not quite what I
we
asked,
make
but...
the Hotel Mordavia the best place to stay in all this valley.
Well, there aren't any other choices, so you know.
They come in here in the evening to talk, to drink, and relax.
Tell me about your food.
My wife prepares and serves 2 hearty meals a day. I am sure you will find them satisfying. Just sit down in the chair by the door, and Bella will be happy to serve you.
Tell me about garlic. I noticed there's a lot of it around.
Garlic is our national vegetable. We all love garlic around here, don't we, my friends? Of course. Hey, everyone loves garlic.
Yeah, it's stinky. It's our country's flower.
I don't care much for garlic.
I don't remember asking.
Okay. How about you, gents? You got anything new to tell me?
You know, we don't get many strangers here, now that the pass outside's been cut off.
He's right. We don't trust ones who come here by unknown means.
You don't say.
Yeah, particularly strangers we don't know.
We tend to be kinda suspicious of strangers, and I think I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, that's why we made the sign that says strangers are unwelcome and unwanted.
Right. And in our own subtle way, we try to get across the fact that we don't like them very much.
Strangers bring bad luck.
Strangers bring trouble.
Actually, the last stranger brought a jester's hat and a staff, but I still don't trust him.
That sounds like a good reason.
Anything else you want to know, stranger?
Well, since you mentioned it, I don't know about Jester.
There's another stranger in town besides you.
Yes, you just told me about him.
And let me tell you, he is very strange, okay?
Strange? The dude ain't even human.
No one knows how he got here or why he came.
No one knows where he goes during the day, or who he's trying to meet, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he tells jokes. At least I think he does.
Yeah, he says he's a real jester.
He dresses like Sonny Bono.
And he acts like a gnome.
He is a gnome, Einstein.
Tell me about the town.
The town of Mordavia is a very safe place to be, gotta tell you.
Oh yeah, you got nothing to fear within the walls of the town.
Other than the old monastery.
Yeah, the old monastery. As long as you don't venture into the old monastery, you'll be safe as milk in this town.
Safe as milk, huh?
As long as you don't even think of getting near the old monastery, you're gonna be okay.
Did I, mention the monastery door?
No, you didn't.
Oh, yeah, right. The monastery door. Look, as long as you don't go near the monastery door...
In fact, nowhere near the monastery. Don't even think about it.
You'll be perfectly safe in the town of Mordavia.
Good to know. Really need to spend more time in that monastery, clearly. Clearly. How are y'all doing?
Hey, look. There's nothing wrong with us.
Yeah, we're okay. We've been tested.
Well, to tell you the truth, I do feel a cold sore coming on.
Tell me about nights here.
Hey, Mordavia nights are dangerous.
Oh, he's right, you know. Nobody goes out at night, except my girlfriend, but she's working.
Her and a few ghosts, and revenants, a wraith, and vampire or two.
Hold it, put it in park. There are no vampires in Mordavia.
Right, okay.
Vampires in Mordavia. Whoever heard of such nonsense?
I hate to burst your bubble, but my Uncle Fred was bitten by a vampire once.
Your Uncle Fred's alive and well and retired till Silmaria? Hello?
Yeah, I know him. He sends you a postcard every harvest time saying, "Where's my $20?"
Well, he had a miraculous recovery.
Okay. goodbye.
They nod at you in response.
At least they acknowledge my
Friendly.
existence this time. Let's have a nice hearty meal.
You have some garlic pheasant for supper.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to...
You unlock the door to your room and go in.
Ah, it's night now. Now, I don't remember if we can actually do this the first night. But... if you
Take a nap,
After some...
and then more naps.
yeah, what is it gonna do?
Unfortunately,
Okay, sure.
after some rest,
Get all your rest.
after some...
Lots of rest.
Yep. It'll make me feel better, I think.
Are you sure?
Even though I
After
have
some
perfect
rest, you'll
health
feel
and
better.
perfect stamina right now.
After some...
After some rest, I'll feel better. After some rest, I'll feel better.
It doesn't...
I wasn't trying to move it. I just want to take a nap.
After... You're getting...
Okay. So now I'm getting tired, which means that it is
About midnight.
midnight. So let's see.
You have the feeling you are being watched.
Really. I wonder if I can- Hello.
Not many big people see Domovoy. Most not look. You something special. Maybe so?
Could be.
You hero?
I am
Mordavia
Delenn the Paladin.
big hero need. Plenty powerful hero. Maybe you be soon. Learn much. Practice much. Soon plenty big hero.
Okay, yeah, I've only saved 3 places so far, so I'm not much of a hero yet, I grant you that. Just a little baby hero at this point. Where do you live?
In where I am living. In Domovoy am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad.
That pesky thing, innit?
Things at inn not good. No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy. Mordavia very, very sad place. Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic.
Really?
I think you mean dark science.
Tell me about dark magic.
Too much we speak. Too much I talk. Sometime else we speak. Sometime else I talk.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
Domovoy am I. Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch. Protect the inn, do I. By big people Domovoy not seen. You stranger are. Maybe hero, maybe not. Show myself to you I do. Speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do, hmm? Some
Sure.
night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck bring. Maybe Domovoy help you. You Domovoy help.
Sounds good. Tell me about Mordavia.
Bad place here anymore. Good many years ago, but going very bad now. Many bad things here. You find out.
No, thanks. That's not creepy at all. Yeah,
Nothing about this place is
I
creepy.
think that's enough. Bye for now.
Maybe talk again. You come down other night. Maybe have much to say.
Okay, so I think it's time to go to bed now. And possibly we should wrap it up since the
Seems like
next-
a
Unlock the
good
door
place
to your room and go in.
I have so much stat grinding to do.
So much stat grinding, all the stat grinding.
Yeah, if we look at my stats, which are not bad for being so early in the game, since someone maxed them all last time.
Almost all.
You'll see my intelligence is just creeping up. I definitely need to work on magic, communications, luck,
Climbing.
Climbing, I think I'm gonna need to go basically train all day one day.
Yep, at least.
Alright, so let's get some sleep. And then we
It
can...
doesn't.
Yeah, okay, fine. Slip into learning.
You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Okay. Alright, so let's just save again and we'll cut it here for now. Alright. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.